Hello to all our magical listeners. We are Marie and Kate. Together, we love to chat about mindful magic. Mindful magic is intentionally, mindfully traveling through each day, each task, every little mundane thing you need to do with a magical mindset. Let's get magical and start this episode.
Welcome back to Mindful Magic Podcast. I'm Kate.
And I'm Marie.
We wanted to apologize for the technical difficulties we were having with some of our audio last two episodes. We have the kinks worked out for now, we think.
We hope, but
Yeah, we hope.
I think so. In our last episode, we left off with magical herbs, and the last one that we were speaking about was mint, Kate. You were saying how much you love chocolate mint.
I do.
Ah,
My husband and I found it in the store. We're like, what? Chocolate tea? Yes.
oh gosh, chocolate mint. I know. It's like chocolate candy canes. Amazing. Yeah, and I always loved it. My dad taught me that the mint family have square stems. So
Hmm.
whenever you're picking, if you are wondering if it's in the mint family, there might be other stuff, but I know that mint specifically has a square stem. And we had mint growing all along the border of our house. And of course, as a kid, you don't really know what it is, but it just smelled amazing and was magical.
Mm-hmm.
And we also had what we called sour grass. Do you have that in Michigan?
I'm not sure. I haven't heard of it, but I've noticed a lot of new growth, like a new plants in Michigan. Even just the past few years I've lived here, I'm like, wow, why does that look like a tropical plant growing in the city here? So I wouldn't be surprised if it was here too.
Things are migrating.
Yes, it is. Yes, they are.
So it's really called Bermuda buttercup. And I don't know why, as kids, we ate it. Who decided to eat it and it tasted good? Someone had to be the first one for every plant ever, right?
Right.
And so my dad he saw us eating it and I'm like, oh yeah, it's sour. And he told us it's sour because the dogs pee on it.
Oh, yuck. Oh, no.
But did that stop us from eating it? No. I'm going to say that we knew he was kidding, but it really does have some medicinal properties. Actually, it's great for upset tummies, mouth sores, and even nausea. And my dad also told me that shoyu, soy sauce, was octopus ink, but we will leave the dad stories for another time.
I love it. Another favorite of mine, which I use a lot, especially in my candles, mugwort. So, mugwort is a dreaming herb that connects us to the realm of dreams. Mugwort can be good to help us remove blockages that prevent us from manifesting our dreams and deepest yearnings. It has healing properties if used in a salve on the skin. So, we'll be having more episodes with recipes for these things. But do you remember in Practical Magic when Aunt Frances told Jilly, a little mugwort will fix that right up, when she came inside and she had the bruise on her face from Jimmy Angel Love? It can help as a skin salve too. It also helps regulate the menses. So the shoots, leaves, and roots can be made into tea. But my favorite is the rose. I use rose for everything. Anything rose, I love. But roses, there's just so much we could talk about with roses. But roses, we'll start by saying rose helps brighten our spirits and offers us heart healing, moving away from trauma and into a place of wholeness. So this can really help you with healing of the heart, removing blockages, recovering from heartache. We'll be talking about rose a lot in this podcast because it has so many uses and so much symbolic meaning. We'll also talk a lot about Mother Mary, which, speaking about roses, always reminds me of her energy. I work with her often. Rose water is so great for the skin. I know my husband uses it a lot. He's struggled with acne for years, and rose water has just done wonders for him. It's also really good in teas, as long as the petals are organic and clean, of course. But then there's rosemary, another practical magic one that Marie threw in here. But rosemary, you can use it for so many things. I heard that you can substitute rosemary for any herb when doing a spell. So I don't remember the source of that, but I know I've read that in multiple places. But anyways, so rosemary is an herb of remembrance and strength. She can be great in this kind of work in focusing on positive memories or working with our lost loved ones or other aspects of memory. So another great herb for Samhain. It also helps with headaches. I like to rub fresh rosemary from our bushes outside and just smell it. It smells so good. It's just instant refreshing and helps me focus.
Yeah. You know, one of the things that I like to do is I always have rosemary outside and I like to plant thyme and oregano. And then around, when it comes time for like Thanksgiving, I like to make fresh herb bundles and give them to my neighbors so that they dry and use them in their Thanksgiving stuff because they're all perfect herbs for cooking.
I love that. That's so sweet, so thoughtful.
I know I'm so
You are so thoughtful.
So of course we have to talk about sage.
Of course.
Sage is just who doesn't know about sage? It's pretty popular and pretty well known. So, it's another all around excellent purification herb that allows us to clear away anything that no longer serves us. Hopefully, we all have our white sage smudge sticks. For you who might be new to this, we obviously welcome you with open arms. And we want to explain how and why sage works. People do smudging and you go into stores and you buy the wands and they tell you to smudge, but people might not know exactly why or how it works. So the theory is, a smudge stick is a dried sage leaves wrapped tightly, bound kind of into a wand shape. Most people just tie some type of very light twine or something that obviously is burnable. You don't want to use anything like nylon or plastic, but an all cotton thread normally and thin. So you're burning the sage and not what you're binding it with. Oh, and also you can burn the loose leaves in a fireproof bowl. And you always have to practice good fire safety with all the ashes and the glowing embers. Please always remember that each time we're talking about burning anything here. When you start with a blessed sage, meaning you've held it and infused it with your own energy and intention for it to help clear negative energy. You then light the end, allow it to burn until you see a bit of orange glowing embers, and then blow out the flame. Now, I was taught by a Cherokee elder to never actually use your breath to blow anything out except birthday candles. You use your hand to wave air, smother out the flame, or some sort of fan, or even feathers to blow out the flames. And of course, you can blow it out if you need to, but it's a little more symbolic if you don't. The smoke itself is said to have negative ions, which physically intercept the positive ions in your space. Positive ions are associated with stress and blockages. It sounds backwards, doesn't it? The negative ions are the good ones.
Yeah.
Right? We want negative ions. As you waft the smoldering smoke into the rooms, cracks and crevices, it attacks and attaches to and replaces the stress and blocking positive ions. Spiritually, you can visualize the smoke carrying the negativity away. And be careful of your fire alarms. Now, I have done this myself.
I have
been
to.
been so intense in like smudging my house that the fire alarm goes off. So just be careful of that. Always make sure to extinguish in a fireproof bowl, please. And it's the same idea with Palo Santo, which we'll talk about another time.
Another herb is star anise. Chinese star anise is an expectorant, so this means that this plant helps us bring things up that are in our lungs, or spiritually, to bring things to the surface and clear them out. It also has antioxidant and anti inflammatory benefits. It's also a digestive tonic. No wonder why so many cultures cook with it, besides the flavor. You have to make sure you're using the right one, though, because Japanese star anise is poisonous, so be cautious.
That's right. Most of what you're going to buy in the store is already going to be safe. It'll be the Chinese
Right.
start, right?
I feel like sometimes you have to have a taste for it because myself, it smells like black licorice to me. So like when I usually only use it in my candles, but because I like the smell, but for the taste, I don't really care for the taste. So you might want to test it first,
Right,
or if
right.
you know you don't like black licorice.
And being here in Hawaii with we have so many Asian cultures and mixes here that it's kind of everywhere. So you either like it or don't, but it's kind
Hmm.
of in a lot of things here. And I happen to like it. The next one we can talk about is time. Time and time both heal all wounds. Sometimes the only thing that helps us heal is time.
I love
Uh,
that.
Use thyme to help move our healing further along. Thyme has antioxidant, antimicrobial, anti inflammatory, and can help with coughs as well as hair loss, especially if you make a thyme tea. You can actually make the tea and put that on your scalp or add it to your hair cleansing regimen. I put rosemary and thyme both into my conditioner.
Interesting. Can't and I feel like I've seen thyme as a oil, like you can do the drops, the concentrated drops. I feel like I found that I love going down the rabbit hole of natural healing, and I feel like I came across thyme once with the drops. It was during COVID. I came across the thyme.
Yeah, I think, I'm gonna plug my favorite. I love Young Living essential oils. Some people love doTERRA, and no judgment here. I just happen to have gotten turned on to Young Living by my friend Diane. And so I have a thyme oil and I love it. It's so concentrated, you really don't need much. If you don't have an essential oil, then you can certainly make a tea. So, by mentioning all of these different herbs and their uses, this is exactly where you can be mindfully magic about the mundane. When you're going to brew something like, for instance, thyme tea, pay attention to all the little details and place mental and spiritual intentions into what you want out of your tea. Bless the cup, bless the spoon, bless the water, bless the herb. Give it intention, even when you're pouring your hot water or stirring your tea, place magical intentions to activate the healthful benefits of your herb. Actually manifest the benefits you're looking for. See it happening and feel it happening. Right, Kate?
I love that. Yes. And the blessing of the cup, the spoon, the water. I feel like my husband thinks I'm crazy sometimes because I'll pour him coffee in the morning. I'll be talking to his coffee. I'll be like, love, protection. And I do that even before I make ice, before I put it in the freezer. I say love or healing. So true. I love that you brought that up.
Oh, I love that you do that with the ice because if anybody has watched any of the scientific videos on what happens with water and vibration and frequencies, it's fascinating.
It
It
is.
it responds.
It does.
It does. So I love that. I'm going to start doing it. Although we have an automated ice maker, but I could still like
Talk to
bless
your freezer.
bless our water lines.
You could. You really could.
I need
Intention
to.
is everything. Let's jump into gemstones. Some gemstones that are useful for October in Samhain. Just like herbs, gemstones, of course, have their own properties. Based on their chemical bonds and makeup, each stone possesses its own qualities. So the colors matter too, as well as the regions where they come from. They carry their own energy signature and, when activated, can become quite powerful tools. Whenever you are gifted, whenever you buy or find a new stone, you should always cleanse it before using it. And we go over this in our angel magic, don't we? In the angel magic books. That just means clearing it of any energy that is currently attached to it and making it your own. So, if it's been sitting in a shop for a while and have had so many hands touching it, meaning many different energies, you need to cleanse all this from it so the stone can shine its own properties without any muddy energy. I mean, this goes for anything you bring in your home, too. The easiest way to do this is to submerge it in a bowl of lightly salted water in the sun or moonlight for a bit. Now, there are some that should not ever be in water, like fluorites, rose quartz, turquoise, selenite. Water can get inside the cracks and make them split or discolor them. So make sure to look up your particular stone to see how to cleanse it. But basically, be very cautious with any stone a 5 or less in MOHS hardness scale. You can cleanse too without water and salt just by leaving it out in the sunlight, moonlight. Again, check your stone first. And you can also ask your guardian angel to bless your crystals and charge it with intention as well. But let's jump into the first stone. And one of my favorites is amethyst. Magical properties of the amethyst gemstone bring peace, calmness. It can promote intuition and creativity. Amethyst is not only treasured for its spiritual properties, but also for its physical healing properties, and amethyst metaphysical properties. It is believed to help with anxiety, depression, clear the mind, wash away toxic thinking, encourage solid sleep patterns, and ease tension and headaches. It can also assist you with moderation. So if you're trying to cut back on caffeine, anything that you're trying to let go of that you know isn't good for you, it's great to infuse the intention of moderation into your amethyst crystal.
It has so many different colors of purple and lavender in it. It's just beautiful. Amethyst is just gorgeous. I love it.
That's why I love, like, if I'm gonna go pick out an amethyst, I love to pick it out in person because you're right. There's so many different shades of it, and you can just tell by looking at it which one's yours.
One of these days, I want to get one of those big ones that, is like broken open like a giant geode, which has all the crystals that are like so expensive in the crystal stores.
Goals.
I want one.
Me too.
So the next stone we can talk about is carnelian. I love carnelian. Orange is one of my favorite colors, and carnelian, that deep fiery orange, just really embodies October and Samhain and your second chakra, actually. So carnelian embodies the strong energy of the element of fire. Its deep orange hue is a powerful sacral chakra stone and is supportive during new beginnings and spiritual rebirth. For these reasons, carnelian is an ideal crystal for Samhain when we honor our ancestors and reflect on our own mortality and karmic life and karmic bloodlines, right?
Yes. I'm wearing carnelian today for courage and strength. I've had a lot going on at home, good things, a lot of good things happening, but a lot of needing that courage and extra boost in strength. So I'm actually wearing carnelian today. And the next one of my favorites is citrine. I say one of my favorites. I just love them all, but citrine's amazing too. So citrine is often referred to as the sunstone. This is a crystal that generates positive energy, known for its ability to eliminate negativity. Citrine promotes abundance and success. It is an essential addition to your collection of protective crystals, as it helps to create a positive and abundant environment. It is a great stone to balance your solar plexus chakra.
Since I mentioned sacral chakra and Kate just mentioned the solar plexus chakra, Kate, would you like to just tell people who might not know where those chakras are located?
Yes. So I forgot to mention too, I drew a blank, but I also call citrine crystallized sunshine. I love to call it that because that's what it does too. It helps brighten your day, certain situations where you need light shed on. But also, yes, let's go over chakras quickly. So you have your crown chakra located on the top of your head. This is in charge of your receiving messages from spirit, dreams. I'm trying to think of the name. Clairvoyance. That was what it was. Clairvoyance. And also, there's one more, Marie. I feel like I'm missing one, and that's important.
Receiving intuition, receiving any, visions, downloads, anything from the universal source and your guides and teachers.
Yes, and receiving downloads too. So if you feel really foggy or like you're blocked with receiving guidance, it's a really good idea to ask for healing and clearing of your crown chakra. Now, the next one is going to be your third eye chakra. So this is for, again, this is for clairvoyance, intuition, as well as seeing through people, situations. When you have a healthy third eye chakra, you are able to walk into a room and you can read the room, you can see through people, all the masks are removed. I also like to talk about the brow chakras, which aren't always mentioned, but the brow chakras are actually in charge of your clairaudience. So if you are having issues with hearing or you are clairaudient and you feel that you want to boost and you need to clear out your brow chakras are good to keep in mind as well. And then you have your throat chakra, responsible for communication of all kinds and creating. So, if you have a hard time speaking up for yourself, or if you feel like you have just a blockage with creating something, writer's block, it's a really good idea to clear out your throat chakra as well. Did I miss anything with throat chakra, Marie?
Activate it maybe even with public speaking, or if you have a difficult conversation that you might have to have with
Yes.
somebody.
Yes. And crystals, and just as a tip, any crystal that is the same color as the chakra usually is great to assist you in clearing out and enhancing those intentions for, let's say that you have to speak and have an uncomfortable conversation. You can wear a blue shade crystal to assist you with your throat chakra. Next, you would have your heart chakra. This is responsible for receiving, giving and receiving love, as well as I really feel like the heart chakra is so important for everything. I mean, your heart is your guide, I feel, for your intuition, your goals, your dreams, as well as giving and receiving love, abundance. So the heart chakra is so, so important. I believe it's important to have all of them clear, but when you're healing or when you're having issues with receiving abundance, then you want to work with your heart chakra. And you can use rose quartz. in any green shade, crystal, or flower to help clear that out.
The heart chakra is really important too because I don't know if anybody could hear my dog, my pit bull Liam, just barked so loud when you were talking about it. So
He said,
he
"Mine's
agrees
clear,
with
mom."
you.
And then from there, you have your solar plexus chakra. So, with the solar plexus chakra, this is responsible for your confidence, your drive, your ability to go after your dreams and really know what it is that you want. Marie, do you want to add anything else about solar plexus? I know there's more, and I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, the solar plexus is really like your emotional center.
Yes.
I'm going to talk about kinesiology here for a moment. So the solar plexus is kind of like between your navel and kind of the bottom of the middle of your rib cage, kind of like where your stomach would be, right in that kind of center. The reason I bring up kinesiology and the solar plexus is because this really works and it seems magical, but it's just energy. If there's anything that you're ever wondering if you should put in your body, a supplement you should take, or a food that you should eat or not eat, and you're having a question about it, you can actually stand kind of relaxed, don't lock your knees, and close your eyes, take a few cleansing deep breaths, and hold that item right in front of your solar plexus chakra, just a couple inches away. And you will actually feel your body go towards it, repel away from it, or be neutral. And I have shown people this over and over and over, and it seems like magic, but it's really just introducing something into your energy field, and especially right there in the center of your emotional and energetic field, because your body knows what it should and shouldn't have.
Next, you have the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra is how you experience sexuality, creative expression, emotions, and more. I feel like, myself included in this, a lot of sexual trauma in my childhood. And when you have that trauma, and this can be trauma in any form. So, this can be, in my case, it was sexual abuse, but this can be like miscarriages or generational trauma. Healing of the sacral chakra is so important. And again, it's really important to clear that out because this will help you have a healthier sex life, sex drive, really assist you with creative expression. Because I feel like sexuality, I don't know if you've ever read the book Sexual Transmutation by Neville Goddard. It's amazing. And it talks about how we are all driven basically by our sexual desires. And it's a really great way to help you move forward, to inspire you, basically like a muse, you know. So by having a clear, healthy sacral chakra, you're more easily able to manifest, heal, and create. And we could go in, we could have an episode on each chakra, maybe we should. But the base chakra or the root chakra is responsible for your finances, career, home. I know that having a blocked base chakra can result in physical back pain, fear of money, fear of losing something, financial blockages. It's really important to reprogram your mind when it comes to what you think about your finances, what you think about your home and your career. Just every time you catch yourself feeling fear or worry over any of those areas, you can ask your spiritual team to send healing to that chakra, to wear red crystals associated with that. Jasper is really powerful for the root chakra, and just reprogramming your mind, because part of it is it's a habit, you know, for a lot of us is reprogramming those thoughts that are so negative and fear based. So a lot of it, the root chakra clearing is actually takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of breaking unhealthy habits. Do you know what I mean?
Yep. Yep. So if the solar plexus is kind of like right between your navel and and your rib cage, kind of in the middle, then your sacral chakra is going to be where your sacrum is, but through the front and the back. And then your root chakra is located, it's in the gooch.
I want to add to your solar plexus again. We felt like we were missing something. Your strength, your vitality, your ego, your willpower, your stamina, and your inner power. So that was a lot that we missed. I knew we were missing something. I kind of drew a blank.
Was
This is where we get our sense of self. And you can see, like, if it's the center for your ego, your willpower, if that's blocked, how much that will affect your life and your relationships in all aspects of your life. So, solar plexus, I wanted to add that in there before we closed on that.
Yeah, thank you. Those are important ones. And yeah, maybe we will do some episodes on just chakras, and then we want to remind people that if you go to our Mindful Magic YouTube channel, we actually have chakra clearing meditations that we are going to put up. So those
Yes.
are powerful, they're quick, they're easy. You can also make them your own, on a daily or weekly basis.
Right.
So, getting back to our stones, now that we went on our chakra tangent, because we
It
will
was
go on
important though, I feel. We both felt pulled to talk about it, so I trust that.
yeah, very important. I think tangents are going to be part of our themes.
I love it.
We do love our tangents, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Let's talk about bloodstone. I
I
love
love
blood.
bloodstone.
The color of it, it's like a rusty, dried blood color and a dark green, and it's just really powerful. So bloodstone is believed to enhance, among other things, the immune system, helping the body fight against infections and diseases. It can help balance emotions. This gemstone is known for its ability to help calm and stabilize emotions. So that would be where you could work with it in your solar plexus chakra. It can promote self confidence, reduce stress, and bring about a sense of inner peace.
I love that. And I work with bloodstone when I want to connect with dragon energy. I really love working with, and that can be another episode, but that's a crystal to work with if you like to connect with that dragon energy. The next one is moonstone. So, moonstone is a stone for new beginnings, and moonstone is a stone of inner growth and strength. It soothes emotional instability and stress, stabilizes the emotions, providing calmness, and moonstone enhances intuition, promotes inspiration, success, and good fortune in love and business matters. So, this would be a really good crystal. We were just talking about the chakras for solar plexus and the sacral.
And I think as well as the crown chakra. If anybody's seen Moonstone, I'm sure you guys are very familiar with it, but it's like a milky white kind of clear stone with just this beautiful, like electric blue violet iridescence in it. It's just such a magical stone,
It is
right?
beautiful. You're
And
right. Yes, and for dreams too.
it's my June birthstone, that and pearl.
Ooh, lucky.
I know, it's so pretty. So the next one we could talk about, which is, I love black tourmaline. I love black tourmaline. Talk about a protective stone that absorbs negativity. It's just such a powerfully protective stone. It's believed to help dispel fears related to survival and security. No wonder. By creating a sense of grounding, black tourmaline can help overcome challenges related to anxiety, disconnection, and feeling unsettled. This is anybody going through mental health crisis or even just stressed out. Just holding this stone, it feels to me, I've got a really big piece of it that has a bunch of like mica in it too, so it's kind of sparkly. When I hold that, it feels like it's just sucking the negative right out of me. It feels like it just takes it. And I don't know, it's just one of my favorite stones. I use it in my candles, my protection candles, and I have pieces of it above all of my doors, especially the front door in and out, just to protect anything from coming inside. And it also has great grounding effects. It extends to the physical body and the spiritual body, helping to create a sense of calm and steadiness.
I love that, Marie. And for some reason, when I was tuning into the energy of Black Tourmaline when you were speaking, all I could see was Khaleesi from Game of Thrones and her dragons. So, like the
Oh,
strength, the power, the protection. I was picking up on that. I thought it's so interesting the images that my spirit team sends me to try to, I'll just get these images and it'll be like, well, this is kind of what that means, like this is what that's for. So, like, it's showing me how intense of a protective stone that is.
it is so powerful, and, I'm always amazed by your spirit guides in general, but your spirit guides because you are so tuned in and you've worked really hard to cultivate that relationship and really believe in your visions, the images, the thoughts, the inspirations that you get. And you've helped so many people with readings, just intuitive thoughts. Let's end this episode here, Kate, because we just have so much to talk about. We could go on and on and on. So what are we going to talk about next episode?
Well, I came across a powerful spell that is a very common drink around this time of year that I want to share with everyone. And I also have a collective reading for Samhain and the full moon.
This is going to be exciting. You guys, you really should tune in for the next episode. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm so excited about this recipe. And of course, once we air the episode, we will post the recipe. Please tune in for Kate's collective reading.
If you have any questions or topics you would like to hear Marie and I discuss, please comment below, send us a message, or reach out to us on Instagram. We like to close each episode with a moment of mindfulness. Take a deep breath and think about what you're grateful for today. We're now going to bless everything that you're grateful for and let your higher self and guides know that you are open for even more blessings. We bid you farewell until we meet again. Merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again. We hope your day is filled with love, happiness, undeniable signs, and mindful magic. You can check out Marie's handmade candles, soaps, lotions, and more at kitchenwitchhawaii.com, and you can follow her on Instagram. You can book an angel reading with me, check out my books, and sign up for our Angel Magic community at katewhitneyofficial.com. And be sure to follow Mindful Magic on YouTube at Mindful Magic Channel. We are also on Facebook and Instagram.